Lewis had 25 overtakes across 2 races and still came out P1.
I'm not saying Lewis isn't a great driver, maybe the best of all time. All I'm saying is it's nice to see a little competition in the championship for a change.
There wouldn't be this much competition if Max didn't drive so dirty. He forced Lewis off the track.
That was ruled as a racing incident by the stewards, as it should have been.
Stewards make mistakes all the time.
I make mistakes all the time, like starting this conversation with you about Formula One. It's lights out and away we go, and where are we going? Well, we're going to start a conversation about LEGO and Formula One. Hi, I'm Josh. This is Josh Build Stuff, and today I'd like to start a conversation about LEGO and Formula One, as previously stated. But why are we talking about Formula One? What's the point of this video? Why are we here in the first place? Well, now you're starting to sound like my wife. I'll tell you, recently I've become a pretty big fan of Formula One, and as you may have guessed by, the context of the channel and the video here, I'm also a fan of LEGO, and being a fan of both of those things, I want to see more of those things brought together. Another reason I wanted to make this video was because, well, the 2021 Formula One season is close to an end at the time of making this, and I think we should play a game. It's called What Am I Holding? It's a pretty easy game, but today I'm holding a LEGO Formula One set. This is a set from way back in 2007. That means it's like 14 years old at the time of making this video. This is set number 8142. It is from the LEGO Racers series, which I had all but forgotten about up to this point. I was recently in my secondhand LEGO store. It's a Bricks and Minifigs store, and I saw a little red race car sitting on the shelf, and I was like, hey, what are the odds that you have like the instructions or stickers for that set? It was only 35 bucks, and he's like, oh yeah, I got instructions and stickers right here. I'm like, I'll take it. And then, well, it got me thinking, I wonder how much else LEGO has done with Formula One stuff. But briefly talking about the details of this LEGO Racers car, again, this is 8142. It is clearly a Ferrari Formula One vehicle, and it is interesting, just as the LEGO set. It shows really how far LEGO's come since 2007, and I look forward to comparing this to whatever set I get. The first thing my kid said when I brought this home was, he was like, oh, is it a pullback car? And I was like, no, but I didn't know that it actually was. Look at that. Pullback actually goes pretty fast. I imagine that pullback mechanism is like the only cool thing or like exclusive thing about this vehicle, other than maybe these axle pieces, maybe the wheels or whatever. Everything else is like pretty basic brick built pieces going on. If you flip through the instruction booklet here, it is simple. It is all very basic bricks besides that pullback mechanism. Otherwise, it's just normal. But there's some odd stuff going on here. Starting with like the pictures that you find online, there's parts of this car that are straight up a different color. Here's like some promo stuff. Here's some other sets that were out at the time. Very cool. But like in some sets, like if you look at this one, the top part can be changed out with a little black piece there, and you can change out the main number from number 5 to number 6. I guess that's like a way to make your favorite version of the car. Again, I was not a fan of Ferrari or Formula One and back in the day. The other thing is the stickers on this car. I love to complain about stickers, but here you get a chance to really complain about stickers. The stickers were not on this set when I bought it. I applied them myself just this evening. And boy, it's weird because LEGO tells you like apply all the stickers after the whole thing is built, which is not easy to do in these sets. The other thing, the worst thing, the weirdest thing about this set is that you might notice like a lot of the stickers, they overlap like several different pieces at the same time. Like back here, that's not one 2x3 piece, like that's several connected pieces, and like the sticker overlaps them. So like good luck ever wanting to take this set apart ever. Also, there's not a minifigure in here. It's just a head sitting on a little 1x2 jumper plate there, which is goofy, hilarious. I love it. I love that little face. That may be the only other like exclusive thing to this set, but like look at that, he's sitting down in the vehicle. It's got like no halos back in that day, right? But like it's kind of goofy, and I kind of love it, and I'm so excited that I picked it up. It was only 35 bucks, and I'll tell you, if there's a bunch of other like LEGO Formula One stuff out there that is a reasonable price, I am absolutely going to grab as much of that as I can. Like I said, I'm a recent Formula One fan. Formula One, for those who are unaware, is like it's race car driving at like the highest speed. They race around the world. There's 10 teams with 2 drivers on each team. It's a little weird because the drivers within the teams are still competing against each other. The lineups, they get changed around a whole bunch. But if you're looking to get into Formula One, as I would recommend you do so that we could talk about it more, I would watch the Netflix series Drive to Survive. They've made like 3 seasons at this point, I think, and each season focuses on a different, well, season of a Formula One race, and then there's like, they concentrate on different drivers per episode. It's a really great introduction to the sport. As someone has stated in like other comments on my channel, and I appreciate you for doing so, someone else has stated a lot of the drama in the show is a little manufactured, a little embellished. I recognize that. You got to do what you can for the clicks. I'm in the same business as Netflix, I would like to think. All that to say, I like Formula One now, and I've liked LEGO for a very long time, and so I've really I wanted big, detailed sets of like modern Formula One race cars because they're so cool. Here's the thing, like if you're really into like fighter jets or military vehicles, you're probably not gonna get those from LEGO. It's not what they do. But if you're into race cars or like submarines or like spaceships, like those are all things that LEGO is definitely going to create, or they have created. And I know for all of you out there who know a whole lot more than I do about everything that I'm talking about, which is almost always the case in my videos, I know you're screaming at your screen right now saying, Josh, LEGO has already made a ton of Formula One vehicles. I discovered that same fact because upon finding this little race car and seeing like some other cool custom creations on like Instagram and stuff, like I found out pretty quickly LEGO has made a whole bunch of Formula One stuff. Almost all of it I've already missed out on, which is kind of a bummer. I decided to go to BRICKSET.com, which you should do along with me right now, and I typed in like Formula One in the search bar, and there came a whole bunch of results. And the biggest bummer to me is that LEGO has made like Speed Champions, the car racing series, which I'm a big fan of and I love, and I have a bunch of Speed Champions vehicles. They've made a bunch of Speed Champions sets that focused on Formula One, on the Mercedes team, on the Ferrari team. I'll get to Ferrari's team and their collaboration with LEGO in a second, but like there have been a bunch of Speed Champions sets, and like LEGO made those right before I was really into Speed Champions or Formula One, so I totally missed out on those, and now I want those. And as I was scrolling through BRICKSET and looking through a bunch of these sets that I now want very much, I noticed kind of a common theme across all of them. And that's that LEGO has made a whole bunch of red Ferrari race cars. Like I don't know if Ferrari got a really good deal or if someone at LEGO is just a big fan of the Ferrari F1 team, or that like Ferrari was so dominant in the sport at the time, like in the mid 2000s, that LEGO was making a bunch of these sets that it's like, that's what the people wanted and that's what sold really well, and that's what I've got here before me today. But like there's just any number of Ferrari race cars if you want one out there, which I'm definitely going to plan on buying a bunch of secondhand Ferrari race car LEGO sets. Here's the other big reason that I wanted to talk about LEGO and Formula One. Well, it's because I don't like to discuss a lot of rumors here, but I paid attention to this little rumor, and that's that we are getting a new LEGO Formula One collaboration, or at least one new large Formula One vehicle coming in 2022, which I'm so excited about. I also forgot the details about it, so I'm going to look it up right now so that I'm not just talking more nonsense than I usually am. So there's a rumored set in 2022 that is called Formula One Car. It is set 42141. It is 1,431 pieces. It's going to be 179 pounds, so whatever that translates to dollars, and it's supposed to release January 3rd, 2022. I'm super excited about that. It also doesn't say that it's a Technic set, and so it's going to be like this one, like a brick-built Formula One car, which would be super exciting to see. That's not to say I don't want a Technic Formula One car, because I very much do. Again, LEGO has made Technic Formula One cars in the past, and upon looking at those and seeing them, I want those too. So if anyone's looking for a good Christmas present for me, that like my wife, who happens to be watching this video and ignores the slight that I made earlier in this video, then just like go on BrickLink or BrickSet and just like find any Formula One LEGO cars from the 2000s up till now and get them for me. I would love that as a gift. I'm curious, as I'm sure a lot of people are, like what the license, what the collaboration is between LEGO and some Formula One team, because there's a lot of different teams out there. Is it going to be another red Ferrari? Is it going to be Mercedes, which is like a very popular car? They made the silver eras before, and now Mercedes are more like black and like this very cool like turquoise blue color. I love that. I personally, as you might have deducted from the intro of this video, I'm a fan of Red Bull. I like the team. I like Max Verstappen. I think it's great. I like the championship in general. I don't dislike Lewis Hamilton, but like I did say in the intro, I like the competition that's happening right now in the championship, between the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship. It's just fun to see see and watch and get into, and I've definitely gotten into it this year. That's not to say it has to be a Red Bull, Mercedes, or Ferrari, like it could be a McLaren. I'm a big fan of McLaren. I love Lando Norris. I love DeWalt, who is a sponsor of McLaren. They make lovely power drills, and like, can you imagine if we got that, like, it was like the blue and orange Golf throwback livery that we got earlier in 2021? That would be a sweet set. I hold no high hopes of seeing that set because it was like a one-off for a weekend or whatever, right? But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm excited about the prospect of Formula One plus Lego, and I know that's been going on for some time, but now as a fan, I'm excited to see what else comes out of that licensing agreement. And so please do let me know if you share my opinions and you also think that LEGO should make more Formula One sets in the upcoming years. I'm also a little biased here because I live in Austin, and that's like the only US location where Formula One even races. I used to live close enough down to Circuit of the Americas where you could like hear the race cars going around on race day. It was very cool. I didn't go this year, but it's COVID. I may try to go next year, so check me out there. And also, to all my Florida friends out there, next year they're adding a Miami circuit. It's preliminary right now. We don't know that it's actually happening, but you guys can go to the race. So please, other people, get into this thing so that I have someone to talk to about it. And also do let me know if you, like me, have gotten into Lego and found some series or themes that you might have missed out on. And now you find that there's a huge backlog of stuff that you would love to own, because now, like I've said several times, I really want a whole bunch of these Formula One vehicle sets, and I'm probably gonna try to buy them, and maybe I'll talk about them here on the channel, like, instead of talking about the same old Star Wars sets and being like, they're okay, whatever. Like, I'd rather talk about something that's new and exciting, at least to me and hopefully to all of you. And what's also hopefully exciting to all of you is that this video is ending. That isn't what I intended to say there, but as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. It helps the channel to grow as it's doing. So big thumbs up there, or thumbs down. I think engagement just in general helps, and YouTube's about to hide that feature anyway, so whatever, do whatever you feel like. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.